guys. Hello guys, how are you? My name is Kaushif and I am SAP consultant. I have 7+ years experience in SAP security and SAP, and I have 3 years of experience in teaching. So I am teaching last 3 years in SAP security and GRC trainings. And now we are going to start a new batch of SAP ECC, ERP, EHP8 security. So today is our demo class. In demo, I will tell you everything that what we are going to learn in SAP ECC security. And we have multiple plans to start our trainings. So in ECC, we have multiple topics in security levels. And everybody knows that in this world right now, we need security. So here we are going to start SAP security. So we have first introduction of SAP ERP. Okay, what is SAP or ERP? We are going to start with SAP ERP. And then we have architectures, one layer architecture, 2-layer, 3-layer. So in this SAP, we call 1-tier, 2-tier, and 3-tier architecture. So in architect, I will describe you in detail what is and then we have types of users. We have 5 types of users in SAP. So we will discuss in details why we have 5 types of users in SAP and how we create a user and multiple functions we have in users, create, delete, copy, and many more. So in class, we will start with beginning. I will tell you everything in users levels, and then I will give you the overview of SAP clients. We have SAP clients, multiple clients in SAP. So I will tell you in details SAP client. Then we have default users and default clients in SAP. So we have SAP Star and DDIC is our default client. These clients are provided by SAP. And how to create a users and why we need user and how we secure the users. Everything I will tell you in details. Then we have overview of SAP security. Okay, SAP security, we have roles and profiles. What is role, what is profile? I will tell you in detail now. I think if you are not in SAP field, so it's a little bit difficult to understand what is role and profile. But when we start our session, I will tell you in everything in detail. So don't worry for anything. In SAP roles and profile, we will discuss in detail. So every user need a role. Which role, what you like to do. If you are creating one user for finance, example, you are creating a user for finance. So in finance, what the user can do. So that's why we provide the role to users and profiles. Then in roles, we have multiple options that we will discuss in hierarchy of role. We have hierarchy of roles and how the roles going to create all hierarchy. I will tell you in detail. Authorization concept, transactions, authorization objects. Okay, authorizations concepts. Authorization we are discussed in a hierarchy of roles also. And transaction, what is transaction? Transaction, if you in SAP, if you want to do anything, if you want to create a client, you need one transaction. That's called a transaction code. So if you are creating a user, that's the transaction is SU01. So the transaction code, when you run the SU01 transaction code, then you will come to, you can see your screen SU01, then you will create users and multiple options there. Then we have authorizations objects also. In this hierarchy, I will tell you the authorization objects and everything. Okay, profile generator, we have how to create a profile. So we will see in detail how to create a profile. Then we have in roles, we have three type of roles. One is single role, composite role, and derived role. So I will tell you how to create a single role, how to create a composite role, how to create a derived role, and why we need to create a single role, composite, and derived. So in detail, we will learn, no problem. Okay, so yeah, it's here, single role, composite role, and derived role. So we will start practicing and everything in the rules. And I told you before that we have transaction in SAP. So one transaction is PFCG. PFCG is transaction to create a role, single, composite, and derived. So when you run your transaction PFCG, then you will see the PFCG screen. Then you can create a single role, composite, or derived, what you like. Okay, how to restrict? Then now here we are going to start our security levels. How to restrict a user? If one user only want to do one thing, then he is only do that. That's it. And otherwise, it's not available for that user. So how to restrict the user from object levels? So authorizations concept, we will learn this also. Then we have security policy. How to create a policy for users, and that transaction is SCP-OL, that the transaction code for security policy, and how we will create a security policy and everything. And then we have the security trace, system trace. The transaction is SU53. So system trace is that if you are failed your authorization and what you are doing, so you can check that system trace in system trace SU53. So everything you will see in SU53. I will show you that also. We will practice all things. Create and assign user to rules. First, we are going to create users. Then we will going to assign the roles to that users. Then user can use that role for doing anything. If you are going to give the role of creating users, so that user can create a users. So how you can give the role and everything. Then we have group and security. Then we have multiple groups. You can provide a security to multiple groups. That for example, if one group is for sales and one group is for finance, both has a different transaction codes. So in that, both cannot merge with that groups. So that's why we need the security that two groups work separately. So how we can do that, I will tell you in detail. Then we have security audit. Security audit, we have configuration, then we have reporting, then we have delete logs. So how we can configure the security audit first, then how we report that security audit, then how to delete a security audit. Fine. And I will tell you all transaction codes. What in security levels we have transaction codes, that all we will cover in security tables, and all transaction will be covered. And what is tables? Then we have report, SQIM report. The transaction is also a SQIM. So how to create a reports. And then we have system trace. If you want to trace something, so you can use that system trace. ST01 is a transaction code. So in that transaction, you can trace a systems. And then we have authorization trace. That transaction is ST or trace. From this transaction, we will use the authorization trace. We can use this transaction for authorizations. Then we can find the authorization, how the users have this authorizations, trace, and what is going on. And then we have security tables. We have security tables. The transaction is SE16N, 16N. In this, we have SUR. SUR is our code, the table. Then we have AGR, USR. There's star means SUR star, you can see there. Star means we have multiple numbers there. Fine. So when we will start, I will show you the numbers, what number we have SUR. Then you will, using these tables, you can find many things in SAP. Then we have security reports. Transaction is SA38. In that, we have multiple reports. You can see here that RSUSR002, USR reports, and RSUSR003, 008, and multiple. We have this reports to find details and users, roles, and everything. So you can find the user from username, profile, roles, and multiple, I will tell you. Then how to maintain authorization, that maintain authorization default values with SAP provided. So that transaction is SU24. We will go and check there what's the transaction SAP is providing and what we can do in these transactions. How to maintain the authorizations, how to use a default one, and how to create the own authorizations. So that's that's thing with which your company's requirement. Then your basis, your business team will tell you that what you like to do and what's your job in that field. So on that scenario, you can move forward. So, and many other things I will tell you more in detail. So this is my contact and everything. So if you like to join me, or you like to, this is my WhatsApp number also, you can email me. So best of luck. I will show you one, I have the server also. So I will show you the server. Here we have my server here. In SAP, we have how we will going to learn. I will give you the access of my SAP, and you will learn from this SAP server. Using this SAP server, you can practice more and do many things in SAP. So let's see, I will tell you the SAP login. We have one SAP login here on desktop. So in SAP login, you can log in an SAP. I will create a user for you. And when you are learning, so you can also create a user, client, and many things you can do, the creating a role, and everything we will do in practical. So more we have in this, we have many things in practical. So I think you will like the practical and everything. We have SAP ECC, EHP8, SAP ECC 6.0, enhanced packet 8, EHP8, the last version of SAP ECC. Then then SAP came to S4. So after that we have S4. Fine. So I will show you the display, how we can going to use this thing and how it's seen. You can see the SAP screen. See, this type of, this box is a transaction box. You can put a transaction here, just like SU01 transaction you can put here, and you can see the screen. So in SAP SU01 transaction code, you can create user, change user, display user, delete user, copy user, lock user, change password. And in this, we will do everything in detail. So if you like to join me, so you can message me, or you can do everything. in my page, you can you can give me the message or WhatsApp me, or you can email me. So thank you very much for my demo class you joined. Thank you.